AI history. The booms, the hypes, the state of the art. Today everything seems to point towards the springtime of AI.
But it hasn't always been like this. One only has to remember the long and dark AI winters during the late 70s and 80s, when interest in AI research plummeted and funding was scarce. Female representation in AI has had similar ups and downs. Since the 60s, women's attendance in CS majors had been constantly on the rise, until the mid-80s, when a downward trend developed and an analogous winter occurred in the representation of women in tech.
In Finland, women's attendance in tertiary education has been a long-standing tradition. In 1885, women were able to access university-level education for the first time in our history. And ever since, the numbers have risen steadily, so that today the majority of higher-level education qualifications in Finland are completed by women.
This year, at the Department of Computer Science at the University of Helsinki, the percentage of female applicants was 31. The last time the percentage was over 30 was in 1988, while in between we have sustained a winter of female representation. In the late 1990s, fewer than 1 in 10 students were women.
In recent years, the percentage of female applicants to our CS department has followed a slow but sure upward trend. The relative number of female applicants has increased by 10 percentage points only in the last 6 years, as we are working towards a springtime of inclusion and diversity in ICT.
We at FKI are dedicated to promoting not only gender balance, but inclusive and accessible AI practices in general.
We promote AI literacy with courses such as the elements of AI and ethics of AI, making AI education open and accessible to the general public. In particular, the elements of AI courses have allowed for great diversity in our online community, with over 40% female students both in the Nordics as well as, for instance, Nairobi. Likewise, there is plenty of diversity among the users in terms of their age and socioeconomic backgrounds.
At the same time, FKI is also one of the founding supporters of Better Images of AI. BetterImagesofAI.org aims for more accessible AI practices by developing more inclusive visuals than shiny white robots, so that contributions in AI in today's society are represented realistically. FKI is also working towards further developing lifelong AI learning and AI education for children and the youth. Finally, we're also promoting inclusion in the academic environment. We encourage diversity, provide leadership opportunities to younger researchers, and promote gender balance in the academic setting. In recent years, the number of female professors in our department has been steadily rising. Still, there's a long way to go. We don't, for instance, have any black scholars in leadership positions. Yet.
AI history. The booms, the hypes, the state of the art. In FKI, we know a springtime for inclusion and diversity needs to be collectively built and facilitated. Let's work together towards an AI springtime, a spring of equal opportunities for everyone.